Now, you actually produced So Icy.
So Icy, yes sir, my first big record.
Okay, like that was your first hit record, you would say?
Yeah, my first hit. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so describe to me how So Icy came together, because the story, is told a few different ways and it's kind of hazy. So from your point of view as a producer, describe the timeline of So Icy.
It was simple, man. Gucci Mane was the guy that I was working with every day. We just a rapper and producer just making music every day. Gucci Mane, had a buzz around the streets, not for just music, for other things too. So, at the time, Jeezy had already had his deals. He was, the new hot guy. I was at the barbershop and Gucci Mane called me like, "Hey Zay, Young Jeezy want to do a song with me." So, me being Gucci Mane producer at the time, I left the barbershop, went home, and made the beat. We came up with the chorus right there. I made the beat for the So Icy, and we went down to the studio, and kicked it with Jeezy. Waited on our time for him to put a verse on our song.
So who did the hook on that song?
There was a guy named Lil Will. He was just a local guy that that sung records. He sung records that was he's in Atlanta. He had a song, kind of a big song called "Looking for Nikki," back in the day from Atlanta. So he was just happened to be in the studio at the time, and he jumped on the hook for us.
Okay, so the song was Gucci's song,
Yeah, it
right?
was
And
Gucci song.
then
Yeah.
Jeezy was doing a feature on it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I think I remember during this time. So the Trap or Die mixtape was out already.
No, the Travel Die mixtape didn't come out yet.
So to just kind of put it in perspective, Jeezy was getting real hot, but he had no hit records.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was just, I think So Icy was just so different that people recognized it as being the single. It just was a song that was a party song. It had a different sound to it. I came straight from the Bay Area, so the music didn't even sound like it came out of Atlanta. And
Right. Well,
and it had
what I
young.
meant was, let me just clarify that statement. What I meant was, at the time, Young Jeezy didn't have his own hit single yet. He was just buzzing real hard in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was something like it was. I guess you could say that.
Yeah. I mean, well, he didn't have national singles and stuff like
Yeah, he
that.
didn't
This
really have a
was,
national single. He just had a lot of records that was working real good in the streets.
yeah. Yeah, no, I remember that time. And I remember, there was anticipation of Trap or Die, and the Trap or
Yeah.
Die mixtape came out, and it was crazy. And I remember all that. Okay, so Gucci did the song, Jeezy jumped on it. So Jeezy knew he was doing the song before he even had the beat or whatever. It was just he just wanted to work with Gucci.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so they put the song together like in the same day.
Yeah, we did the same. We actually, when I left the barbershop, me and Gucci met at my mom's house. I made the beat. We had the chorus and everything in mind. So we went down to the studio. We had our plan together already. But once we played the song and played the beat, Jeezy actually was, he didn't really care for that idea that much. So he wanted to do something else. But then we end up sticking with our original idea was So Icy, and then so that's the one he did, and then it became a hit.
Okay, were you guys surprised that the So Icy did as well as it did, or did you know that it was going to be kind of big?
Me not having a big record before, I had no idea. We just having fun. We enjoying doing what we doing. We know it sound good, and and we happy to have a song, with with Young Jeezy at the time because he was the hottest thing going. So I didn't know it was gonna become big as it did.
The song comes out, it becomes an Atlanta hit, and it starts to kind of become kind of an underground national hit. Like, it wasn't a huge radio single, but people were fucking with the song.
Yeah.
Like, I was definitely hearing the song at clubs, and you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
mixtapes and everything else like that.
Yeah.
So at what point did Gucci and Jeezy have the falling out? Because they both have a hit single together for the first time in their lives. Like, what happened?
That I'm not really sure, man. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's the ownership of the song or not being able to share the song equally. Maybe became the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I actually interviewed Jeezy right around like a little after that, and I asked him. I said I had heard that you had wanted So Icy for yourself for your own album, and he denied it, but
Yeah, I
that's
don't
what
think he.
someone in that position is going to do that. I mean, so I don't really know the true story about what happened. When I asked him, he said, "Nah, man, I'm icy," and he pulled out his little snowman piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he I don't think personally he ever wanted the song. I don't even think he had really liked the song as much. But it was just something that had took over that it was just an undeniable smash at the time. So
And then after that, though, it seemed like the two of them were really beefing, though.
yeah,
It seemed like it
it got
escalated.
yeah, you know how it turned into something else.
Yeah. Well, were you still working with Jeezy after that, or was since you're so close to Gucci that you pretty much had to stay on that side?
Oh yeah, I was just pretty much working with Gucci. Man, Jeezy really didn't do too much music after then at the time. Cause I was really, that was my first time meeting him. I met Jeezy with Gucci, and and we did the record together. Jeezy had, his really Shawty Red was doing a lot of his production, so he had his own thing going. And I don't know if he was even, caring to really rap on my music like that. He just did a song with us. It blew up, and it was what it was.
Yeah, and Jeezy's always had kind of his own type of sound
Yeah,
also,
he had his own
which I
thing
think he's kept with the whole time.
the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so you and Gucci are super close.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you talk to him in prison?
Yeah, I talk to him all the time. We just put out the Trap House 5, which I did all the records on. So we talk, every couple of days.
Okay. Like, how's he doing in prison right now?
Oh, you doing good. If you were talking to him, you'd think he's, down the street, really. He's always in good spirits, man. So, yeah, he's doing real good.
Okay. Like, do you know when he's supposed to get out?
He's supposed to get out, I think, the beginning of next year. He's saying it could possibly be the end of this year. So I just know he's excited to get out. He's very excited.
Why do you think everyone's so terrified of Gucci?
It's just I think his aura, and then how big he is at the same time. He's a guy that's a real street guy for real. So he don't like to be played with. You can't talk to him any kind of way. So, and he's shown and proven that he's one of those guys not to mess with. So I think that's what everybody's scared of. He's not just the guy that's rapping about it. It's like he shows, like, I'm the guy that I'm rapping about.
Yeah, I mean, I think after the whole shooting incident, I think people stopped doubting Gucci.
Yeah.
Have the two of you ever had an argument or a falling out or anything?
Not a real argument. If it's anything, it's what should the second verse go, first, or should the chorus come in at this bar? That's like the biggest arguments we done had.
Okay, so you guys never actually really gotten into it or anything else like that.
Nah.
I mean, why do you think you guys have such a good relationship and chemistry?
It's hard to say. I mean, we have a real musical chemistry and a musical relationship, and it's always really been that. He we work with each other all the time. He might come to my house, I might go to the studio with him, and I think just for the simple fact is more music based than anything that we don't have much to argue about.